One more world today. Okay, I might not find all these in one. Really, the ratings were definitely a little bit more janky in these games. 11. Unidentified flying object. Undeniable flying object, sorry, not identified. Something I think I'll cover while I'm doing this. The Splatoon stages, the Splatoon 1 stages that appear in 3, do not appear in the hero mode because they are later additions. The theory at the moment for which ones they will add, they're doing it in backwards order, in reverse order of like which ones they didn't do. What? They're doing it in reverse order of the things that they didn't add. So the theory is that the next one will be Bluefin Depot, and then Salt Spray Rig, and then Urchin Underpass, because that is the reverse release order. The release order would be Urchin Underpass, Salt Spray Rig, and Bluefin Depot, which came in later. But what that means is, because the only ones here are the ones that they had ready enough to plan for a very close future update when this game came out, the ones that came in later in the game, i.e. Flounder Heights and Museum di Alfonsino and Mahi Mahi Resort, all of those, because they were later additions, will not be seen in Splatoon. No, they did not see in this stage. The furthest one that you get to see is, I think, Bluefin Depot. The launch ones were Salt Spray Rig, Arrow Animal, Black Belly Skate Park, Walleye Warehouse and Urchin Underpass. All of those were in the game from the start. They then added Port Mackerel, Kelp Dome and Bluefin Depot. Right. So Bluefin Depot was the latest edition stage that is in the story mode. Here is Bluefin Depot. Have I found everything here? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 15 is Undeniable object, okay. Start then. Walking a fine line. This was one of my favourite levels in the game the first time. There's loads of these Inkrails, which I already told you about how much I love. And I still love them. They're my favourite part of a stage, even if they are functionally some of the easiest ones to catch people out on. They are still the coolest ones. The automatic Inkrails that exist in Splatoon 2 aren't in this game. Alright. Very sneaky. Amazing. That's really good. That's Zook. And that's also Zook. Supreme. Inksuka. That was my favourite special in this game, by the way. Always was. Because it was on my favourite weapon in the game. But that is my favourite special in this game, is Inksuka. This segment has been used in all 3 games. I don't know if it was used in Octo Expansion or not, but it was definitely used in all 3 story modes. Well, main story modes, I guess. Creatures of the surface have been driven to extinction by raising sea levels. The ancestors of the Inklings were free to haul their 10-legged bodies onto the abandoned land. This is how the mollusk era began. Alright. Another stage gimmick that shouldn't exist is not these. I think those could exist. These invisible mapping. That would be awful. Okay. Alright. Oh, this game is so good. Okay, come on. Come on. Alright. God, I haven't played this in ages. It's been years. It's been since Splatoon 2 came out. That was the last time I played this, really. And I honestly, when I was a kid, I thought the hero modes for both this game and the second game were the same. So I just replayed it through there the entire time, and then obviously I found out otherwise in this game. But I couldn't tell the difference when I first played it until I played Splatoon 2 on the channel. I honestly didn't actually care that much for Splatoon. It was just like a game I was like, oh, I haven't played this game in ages, and I've reignited my likeness for this game, how much I like this game. Thanks to Jugger Conroy's Let's Play, so I thought I'd play it myself. I thought I'd play Splatoon 2 myself, and I got back into it, and it's very fun. Still a very fun game. I do want a break from Splatoon 3 at the moment, because Splatoon 3, in the current state of its game, kinda sucks. I'm not enjoying it as much. Because now that people have figured out how bad these maps are and the kind of playstyle that these maps encourage, they're just kind of sticking to that, and as long as you're in the advantage in Splatoon 3, as long as you've got the advantage, all you have to do is just kind of sit back and aim, and there's nothing that the disadvantage can do because the map design is flawed in that way. Because if you go out of your base, you have the risk of just being stomped by the enemy team all the time. And if you don't, they're gonna kill you anyway. It just takes longer. And so, players now in Splatoon 3 seem to be encouraged to cower in fear when the other team has the advantage, and that sucks about the game at the moment, and it makes it extremely boring to play. And until they fix the maps, until they give us more routes, until they give us flanks, until they give us counterplay, the game kinda sucks. Twice a year, the Inkvisible collection, fashionable show, captures the hearts and minds of the city's youth. There is no room in these creatures' minds for anything besides battle and fashion. Okay. But yeah, Splatoon 3 kinda sucks at the moment. And I kind of wish the Splatoon 1 servers were online so that I could prove it. But alas, they're not. So maybe we'll go into Splatoon 2 eventually and do that. But I don't really want to play online on that game either. Okay, I just remembered that we don't have Squid Roll. Okay. This is also an idea that was put into Splatoon 2 as well. They really just stole a bunch of this game's ideas for Splatoon 2 story mode, didn't they? I know they did, like, there's some that I specifically remember, but, like, some of these are just rip-offs. Like, some of them are just the same thing. You know? I didn't realise how bad it was at the time. Well, I did realise how bad it was at the time, because I thought they were the same game. I thought they just ported it in, so that it wouldn't be worth playing. And they just added, like, the extra weapons. That was all I thought they did. I thought they added extra weapons and changed the boss fights, but that was it. I thought the levels were literally exactly the same. And they just changed a few things to just try and sell it off as, like, a different game. It's only ringing to me now, actually, how different they are. How undifferent they are. And how they did change stuff is just not as noticeable, because so much of the elements are the same. Like, this is in Splatoon 2 as well. This exact thing. Pretty much this entire level exists in Splatoon 2 as well. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. That was random. Does that lead to the Zapfish? It does, okay. Did we get the scroll? We did get the scroll. Okay, there's nothing else to get then. Look at that. That would have been a much cooler place to put this, the thing. That would have been way cool. Ah, no. That would have been a way cooler place to put the end of the level. The end of the level, to put the, Sunken Scroll. Inky. Mommy! As I was saying, I want a break from Splatoon 3, but, like, the problem is, I want the emotes. I want the emotes really bad. The first battle of the Great War ended in a victory for the Octarian forces. The diligent Octarians easily dominated the Inklings, who were unable to wake up early in the morning. The Inklings have long led a hedonistic lifestyle. Okay. Weem. Okay. Moving platforms. Platforms that just move by themselves would just be nice in a stage, honestly. It'd be really interesting. Okay. Part of what sucks about the fact that we can't get into the online modes is that I can't show what Hammerhead Bridge was like originally, and Mahi Mahi. You know, I can't show what they originally looked like. Flounder Heights and Museum Alfonsino have much less drastic changes. But Mahi Mahi and Hammerhead Bridge are completely different. And they completely butchered them in 3. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know? Because the Hammerhead Bridge was obviously broke in this game. It was not finished yet. They were still building it. But this is in Splatoon 2 as well. Oh my god. Hammerhead Bridge in Splatoon 2, in Splatoon 3 is complete, right? In this game, it's not complete. It's incomplete. It's not finished building yet. And so it makes sense for it to be built, but like, they literally took away all the best routes in Hammerhead Bridge in the original game. And they left in the only route, the most basic, simple route, which also happens to be one of the worst ones, which also happens to just be a straight line. In this game, that straight line is actually very interesting because you have to walk on gratings to get across that straight line, which is a big risk, and it's actually risky to do. In Splatoon 3, they take away all the risk, and it's just a normal stage. And that's what sucks about it, you know? So lore-wise, it makes sense, but like, is it really worth risking the goodness of a stage for the lore? Like, is that really worth it? You know? Is it really worth risking a good stage? Risking making a bad stage? Only to... I missed the thing, by the way. Only for like a lore? Embellishments? No. Give us more routes, like, put a side route on. Those side routes in the original map were literally... They were literally the normal ground, and they took them away. They were literally a natural part of the bridge that already existed, and they took them away in the final map. Why did they do that? They could have just gotten rid of the grating and that would have been fine. That would have literally been fine. They could have turned the grating into normal flooring and that would have been fine. That would have been an okay change. It would have been a bad change, yes. It would have been a negative change, but it wouldn't have made the map crap like it is today. Because the map sucks today. To be honest, my memory of it isn't that good in this game either. But like, looking at the version of the map, right, my memory of it isn't good, first of all because I don't remember this game that well, but second of all, because it looked boring, not because it was boring as a map level, you know. As a kid, you don't care about the map layouts, you only care about like, what it looks like, and it didn't look like a very good stage to me. Based on just what it looked like, I thought it looked dingy, and I thought it looked boring, but like, you know, colours-wise, I thought it looked boring, that's what I mean. But like, looking at the map layout now as somebody who does care a bit more about the map layouts, like, it's so much better than what we got in 3. Is that it? It is, okay. And same for Mahi Mahi as well, it just looks way better in this game than it does in 3. Again, my memory of it isn't that good. I remember it being one of my favourite stages, actually. Mahi Mahi, I remember it being one of my favourites in this game. Again, because of what it looks like, not because of the layout of the stage, but because of, like, what it looked like, you know, the layout. Not the layout, the colours of it. It was a very colourful stage, it always has been. And, like, the image of Mahi Mahi is still the best, in my opinion. It's still the best looking stage. Nope, that's not true. That's Port Mackerel, which is my favourite stage of all time. But, you know, anyway, we're going to see some good stage design next, though. Heralded by loud explosions, the great octo-weapons quickly stormed the Inkling's stronghold. Victory for the Octarians seemed all but certain, but due to the plug being carelessly pulled from its socket, their hopes were dashed. Skate Pack, yeah. Black Belly Skate Pack. This is an okay stage. It's better in this game. Octolings Ahoy. I think this appears twice in this game, this stage. In the hero mode here. Can I just... Okay. Look, that's the last checkpoint. Hang on. Hang about. We do need to find the scroll though. I feel like I remember this one actually. Is it up there, but like on their side? Obviously it's not going to be here, but I think it's up here, but on their side. God. See, you'd never get this platform in Splatoon 3. Never. This wouldn't be here. Like, it would literally just be this bit. But in Splatoon 3, it would literally just... They would get rid of this. But look, this is so good. This is good. This is a good bit of stage design. It's like a little zone for you to get some advantage back if you're not in advantage. But also, look at this, right? Look, we're an enemy. We're coming into base, right? This is one route in. This is a separate route in. These are separated routes, making it actually somewhat difficult to come in, because you don't know. It's always a risk to go into enemy base, right? It should be a risk to go into enemy base, but in Splatoon 3 it's not anymore. They take away all the risk by getting rid of the fact that you have to choose the route carefully, you know, because there's only one route, and like, you can just storm in and it's fine because you all go in the same direction and you can just storm everyone. And like, right? I hate Splatoon 3's maps. They suck. They suck. The worst. Awful. Terrible. Okay. It's there, by the way. That's the scroll. Terrible map design in Splatoon 3. I don't know what went wrong. I honestly don't know how they changed their staffing or what they did to like make it suck this bad, because it's so bad in 3. Terrible maps in Splatoon 3. Get these guys back, rehire them all, put them back on this game if they were moved elsewhere, do something. Lady Luck had smiled down upon the Inklings on this turn-tide. Historians today generally agree that the Inklings' victory over the Octarians in their final struggle was largely due to their superior number of limbs. They have 2 extra limbs, therefore they win because that's a bigger number. Is on Bluefin Depot. Bluefin Depot did not exist in the start of the game. It only existed in hero mode. This is a map in Splatoon 3. Well, this is the map that we think will be added next in Splatoon 3. This is what we theorize will be added next. This is that map. This is Bluefin Depot. We think this is going to come up next in Splatoon 3. Hopefully, we hope, we pray that it is completely unchanged. But you never know. It could be awful. But look, we have one of those moments where the middle area is lower, but also the middle area is separated in 2. And there's a big split in the middle for this big water source here. You have 2 ways to get into the center from your base. You can drop down from here or drop down from there. And of course you can do the same on the exact other side. So you can drop in from here onto this side, or drop in from over there, in from this side onto this side here. And the same, the way into enemy base is pretty much exactly the same, except a little bit more complicated. Obviously they changed the stage a bit for the sake of this, but I think you can jump across somewhere in normal iterations. I'd have to check the map. But yeah, look, you can get into enemy base. It's actually a risk, yet again, to go into enemy base, as it should be. It should always be a risk, but in Splatoon 3 it's never a risk because they're fucking stupid and replaced all the goodness in map design. All the rules in map design just get broken immediately, such as the fact that getting into enemy base is no longer a risk, which it should be. But the Splatoon 3 map designers don't know this. I can't stress this enough, how annoying the Splatoon 3 map design is, because it's so good in this game and it's so good in Splatoon 2, but they fuck it up in this game because they're dumb, big stupids. Can you tell I'm mad about it? Bobo was basically ink armor in Splatoon 1. It worked slightly differently in that it's basically the same thing, but it's not really. Obviously they changed the stage here a lot, because they changed the stage up a lot here in this because they want to make it a bit more linear for the sake of normal level design. That's what I think happened actually. I think they hired all their stage design, their level design staff on their stages. I think that's what they did, because everything's so linear in Splatoon 3. Use bubbler. Nice. Superb, jolly good show. Thank you. Alright. Undeniable flying object. Bluefin sighting. This is the only amazing photograph of the Swiftbeak Splatoon. The unknown young man folding his arm appears to be the leader. At the time the stage was taken, it was the Great Turf War had been raging for over a year. My headset's running out. There should be enough sapfish. To the boss kettle. Mamma mia, bicho. Spiny. No weird fight. I don't remember this. I have zero memory of this. What are we doing? Everybody's so creative. Oh, I think I got it. I think it always crosses the middle, so you have to... Yeah, slow it down. Okay. Okay. I can imagine young me would have not got this initially. Ooh, scary. Look, literally just do the same thing. Oh, really? Ah. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Game's like, wait a minute while we make this actually possible. Okay. Okay, that just makes no sense. There we go, that'll do it. That'll do, don't care. Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh, Amy. Bam, bam. Fantastic work, Aiden V. What is this nasty sensation I feel? Could it be him? I'm going to take a quick look for myself. I've been meaning to introduce you to Agents 1 and 2. Once we're all assembled, I'll throw a special party. Why you're... Cut the fish off on you now. Wait. Stop. Cut the fish will be interfere. No, okay, whatever.